Good day. Welcome to the Government House Weekly Press Briefing and COVID-19 update for the week of June 14, 2022. Joining me this afternoon is Deputy Commissioner Ruben Malloy on behalf of Health Commissioner Justa Encarnacion for the latest COVID-19 data and information on where Virgin Islands residents can get a COVID-19 test, vaccine, and a booster shot this week. Governor Bryan is out of the territory through Thursday to attend a conference in Louisiana for Jobs for America's graduates. The governor is a member of the National Organization's Board of Directors. While there, he is also meeting with officials of the Louisiana Office of Community Development to discuss their disaster recovery programs and lessons learned during their recovery process. I have some specific information from my office to relay to you all this afternoon, but before we get to that, I want to turn the briefing over to Deputy Commissioner Malloy for the Department of Health's update.
On behalf of Commissioner Encarnacion, thank you once again, Lieutenant Governor Roach, for allowing the Department of Health to join you for this briefing. From Dr. Ellis's latest epidemiology report, there are 308 active cases in the territory, 237 on St. Croix, 70 on St. Thomas, and 1 on St. John. The current positivity rate is 8.20%. This is a total of, there are a total of 9 hospitalizations in the territory, COVID-19 related hospitalizations in the territory. 5 at the Snyder Regional Medical Center and 4 at the Governor Juan F. Luis Hospital and Medical Center. 432,699 COVID tests were performed since the beginning of the pandemic. 20,516 persons, 412,183 persons were tested negative. We now have 115 deaths related to COVID-19 in the territory. Unfortunately, we had another COVID-19 related fatality on the island of St. Thomas this past week. The entire Department of Health family sends heartfelt condolences to the family and friends. Again, this continues to be a bitter reminder that COVID-19 is still here and has the potential to be a real threat to our health and safety. As we at the Department of Health have been saying, now is the time to change how we view the world around us. As we edge closer to being fully in the endemic phase, we must become more vigilant about ourselves. Always be aware of our surroundings and alerts, so you are prepared and able to respond appropriately when in places or situations of high risk. Just to touch on a few reminders. Boosters for 5 to 11-year-old boosters for the 5 to 11-year-old population are now available. Parents or guardians should bring an ID for themselves and the child, as well as the child's birth certificate. These boosters are available on St. Croix at the Community Vaccination Center at the Charles Howard Memorial Complex, Monday to Friday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. They are available on Tuesdays and Fridays at the Maternal Child Health or MCH Clinic from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Please call for an appointment for the MCH Clinic at 340-777-8227 or schedule online at covid19usvi.com/vaccines. And of course, walk-ins are always welcome. Pediatric boosters are also available on St. John on Wednesdays between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. at the Port Authority gravel lot. As it relates to home test kit usage, if you receive a positive result, you should immediately isolate and obtain a confirmation test at a lab, provider, or the Department of Health drive-through testing locations. To become eligible for COVID-19 therapeutics, such as oral antivirals or monoclonal antibodies. You are eligible for these life-saving treatments regardless of vaccination status. To schedule an appointment for a confirmation test, please call the COVID-19 hotline at 340-712-6299 or 340-776-1519. The hotline is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, or schedule an appointment online at COVID19USVI.com. An update on incentive gift cards. Unfortunately, the process to replenish gift cards is taking much longer than anticipated. However, the Department of Health is still working with the agencies involved to continue the steps necessary to process these cards. The Department of Health thanks you for your continued patience. We will continue a press release. As soon as gift cards are available to be picked up. CDC has removed the COVID-19 requirements for all passengers coming into the United States. On June 12th, CDC issued notice that air passengers traveling from a foreign country to the United States no longer are required to show a negative COVID-19 viral test or documentation of recovery from COVID-19 before they board a flight. For the latest COVID-19 information, visit the United States Virgin Islands Department of Health Facebook page or our website at www.covid19usvi.com. And for COVID-19 health information alerts, text COVID-19 USVI to 888-777. The Department of Health continues to track the worldwide monkeypox outbreak. Again, currently, we have no diagnosed or suspected cases in the territory. Historically, monkeypox does not occur naturally in the United States, but instead, the cases that have been identified in the past have been associated with international travel or importing animals from areas where the disease is more common. Monkeypox is a virus that is transmitted as a result of close skin-to-skin contact or sexual activity with infected persons. To reiterate, no cases have been diagnosed or suspected in the territory thus far. Director Wanson Harris and the Environmental Health Team asked me to share some environmental health requirements for the St. John Carnival activities. All vendors planning on participating in St. John Carnival, health permit fees are $100. As a special incentive, if anyone working at the booth is fully vaccinated, the fee will be waived if you apply by Wednesday, June 15th. All persons selling food or beverages must have valid health cards. Mobile operators who have annual health permits must be in good standing, and the vendor must operate from the unit. Individuals who are traveling from the United States to participate in the St. John Carnival may apply their Serve Safe certification in lieu of a health card. Inspections and assessments will be held on Wednesday, June 29th, and vendors who are in compliance will receive a permit to begin operation on Thursday, June 30th. All vendors must pass a health inspection and remain in compliance with the food code throughout the event. In closing, Commissioner Encarnacion asked that I remind parents to keep sick children at home to ensure summer camps are kept open as you did with schools. Dr. Ty Hunt, our Territorial Medical Director, wants me to emphasize that getting vaccinated and boosted is the best protection against severe disease from COVID-19 and the best protection for preventing the development of variants that will prolong this pandemic. Please follow the well-known guidelines. Wash or sanitize your hands frequently. Socially distance, and if you can't create a safe space between yourself and others, please consider wearing a mask. When you choose to protect yourself, you help yourself, your loved ones, and the community. So, thank you for doing your part in keeping all of us safe. Thank you again, Lieutenant Governor, for allowing the Department of Health the time to share this information with the public. Now back to you, sir.
Thank you, Deputy Commissioner Malloy, for all the work that you do to help keep our population safe. As most of you may know, with the guidance of the health professionals at the Centers for Disease Control, the federal government no longer requires travelers from international destinations to provide a negative COVID-19 test upon entry into the United States. As some of you may recall, Governor Bryan lifted the COVID-19 testing requirement earlier this month for domestic travelers entering the territory. But a federal requirement for international travelers remained in effect. That is, until this past Sunday, June 12th. As of this past Sunday, according to guidance issued by the CDC and the White House, all air passengers, regardless of citizenship or vaccination status, are no longer required to show a negative COVID-19 test result before boarding a flight to the United States. I have some important non-COVID related news for all of you this afternoon before we close. I would like to take a moment to address recent inquiries made to the Office of the Lieutenant Governor, the Real Property Tax Division, regarding increases in tax bill amounts and other concerns. The distribution of the 2022 property tax bills has begun, and tax bills are being generated by a new billing and collections system, which was recently implemented during the month of May. The new system will result in the overall improvement of the collection system and increased revenues to our government. We're asking taxpayers to bear with us as we work through the kinks and rectify their issues one by one. We do apologize for any inconveniences. The following categories have been identified regarding the majority of concerns and inquiries coming into our office. Increases in property tax due. Some properties have been reassessed based on improvements to the property over the period 2018 to 2022, verified through OLG, Office of the Lieutenant Governor field inspections, and on sales data reflecting the value of property sales in their area. Any reassessment would result in an increase in the assessed value of a property. The new system is capturing this assessment data that may not have been factored into a prior year's billing. We also have inquiries of government entities receiving tax bills. In some instances, government agencies may have never received a property tax bill before, but are also seeing tax bills that show amounts owed to the Office of the Lieutenant Governor. This is attributed to the fact that while these government properties do not pay property taxes, they are still responsible for sewer fees which we collect. Some entities may not have received a bill for sewer fees in the past, which now result in past due sewer fee amounts for previous years on the issued tax bills. Specifically to condo owners. Condo owners may have been taxed at the incorrect millage rate, resulting in increases of double or more over the prior year. The Real Property Tax Division has made those corrections in the internal operating system, and those affected property owners will be sent a supplemental tax bill that accurately reflects taxes due. With regard to amnesty payments, during the final 2 weeks of the amnesty period implemented by our office, the Real Property Tax Division's online portal was being converted to the new billing and collection systems. Bills issued may not reflect payments made during that 2-week period of the amnesty. The system is being updated to reflect those. Property owners who took advantage of the property tax amnesty and made payments during the designated amnesty period will receive supplemental bills showing only amounts currently due. In the case of the homestead tax credit, property owners who previously qualified for and received homestead tax credits, some may have received the tax bills where the credit is not shown or applied to the bill amount. This error also has been corrected in the internal system by the Real Property Tax Division, and supplemental bills will be issued indicating the applied credit amount. We have had a few calls about the minimum tax for property owners, and we remind you, no tax credit can reduce the tax obligation to less than $180. If you receive any exemption or tax credit and your tax is lower than $180, you will receive a for $180 the minimum tax. Property owners, upon review of their 2020 property tax bill, who believe that they may have an issue with their tax bill or may have received a tax bill with an incorrect amount, are asked to contact the Office of the Tax Assessor via email at propertytaxreview@lgo.vi.gov. That's propertytaxreview@lgo.vi.gov, or by utilizing the following telephone numbers and designated prompt options. On St. Thomas, call 340-774-2991 and select option 1 or option 5. On St. John, same number, 340-774-2991, please select option 6. With regard to those taxpayers in Christiansted on St. Croix, please call 340-773-6449, selecting option 5 or option 8. And with regard to those taxpayers in Frederiksted, St. Croix, 340-773-6449, option 6. Property owners who have not received their 2022 tax bill are asked to contact the Office of the Tax Assessor to verify their mailing address. It is important to note that the 4-digit postal code following the zip code for addresses is needed when providing the address to the office. The newly converted billing and collection system is now capturing and utilizing data in accordance with industry standards. The system will include new features that will enhance the ability to perform searches, get comparable sales data, make payments, and perform other related property services. The Citizen Access portal is available by visiting propertytax.vi.gov. The division looks forward to continuing to serve the Virgin Islands public as it onboards the new system for the benefit of property owners. In closing, Juneteenth, I want to remind you that in the Virgin Islands community, this coming Sunday, June 19th, is a federal holiday. And in keeping with federal law, but more importantly, in recognition of the significance of that day, Governor Bryan has proclaimed Monday, June 20th, a holiday in the U.S. Virgin Islands in observance of the federally mandated Juneteenth holiday. That means government offices will remain closed and non-essential government employees are not required to report to work on Monday, June 20th. At this point, we will field any questions from media present for the press briefing. I think we have a question from Ms. Knight. I'm not sure what media outlet. I think we have a question from Diana Diaz. I can't hear the question. You may go ahead.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can. Yes, I
Oh,
can.
Diana Diaz from the VI source. No questions at this time.
Thank you, Ms. Diaz. With no questions from the media, thank you. God bless you all, and a very special Father's Day to all the fathers and father figures out there in our community. Thank you for all you do in keeping the children of our territory safe and well. We will see you next week on Tuesday, June 21st, for the next Government House press briefing. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.